Welcome to Flavor Street. Thanks for joining this delicious journey. Let's explore new flavors and create tasty memories together. Hot dogs, pølser, a Danish-style sausage, often served in a bun with mustard, ketchup, and pickles. Here's a simple guide to making Danish hot dogs, pølser, a popular street food in Denmark. Ingredients. Hot dog sausages, pølser. You can use Danish-style sausages, such as road pølser, or any type of high-quality sausages of your choice. Hot dog buns, soft, long rolls made specifically for hot dogs. Ketchup, a classic hot dog condiment. Mustard, yellow mustard or Danish-style mustard, often more tangy. Pickles, sliced pickled cucumbers or Danish-style pickled gherkins. Fried onions, crispy fried onions, commonly used for texture and flavor. Remoulade, a Danish mustard mayo-based sauce with herbs, commonly served with hot dogs. Raw onions, optional, thinly sliced, if you like a more pungent onion flavor. Curry ketchup, optional, sometimes used as an alternative to regular ketchup, especially in certain regions of Denmark. Preparation. Cook the sausages. Boiling method, bring a pot of water to a boil, reduce to a simmer, and place the sausages in the water. Cook for about 5 to 7 minutes until fully heated. Grilling method, grill the sausages on medium heat for 5 to 7 minutes, turning occasionally until golden brown and cooked through. Prepare the buns. Lightly toast the buns, optional, by placing them on a grill or in a toaster for a minute until warm and slightly crispy. You can also use them as they are, soft and fresh. Assemble the hot dogs. Place a cooked sausage into each bun. Add a generous squeeze of ketchup and mustard over the sausage. Spread some remoulade on top, optional, but recommended for an authentic taste. Add a few slices of pickles and fried onions on top for crunch and flavor. Optionally, you can add raw onions for a sharper taste or even a drizzle of curry ketchup for a unique flavor. Serve. Serve your Danish-style hot dog immediately, optionally with a side of fries or crisps. Frikadeller, Danish meatballs, commonly served with potatoes or in a sandwich. Frikadeller are traditional Danish meatballs, typically made from a mixture of ground pork, and sometimes beef, onions, eggs, flour, and seasonings. They're a classic comfort food in Denmark and can be served with potatoes, gravy, or in a sandwich. Here's how to make them. Ingredients. 500 g ground pork or a mix of pork and beef, if preferred. 1 small onion, finely chopped or grated. 1 large egg. Half a cup milk or water. 3 to 4 tablespoons plain flour or breadcrumbs. Salt and pepper, to taste. 1/2 teaspoon ground nutmeg, optional. Butter or oil for frying. For serving. Potatoes, boiled or mashed. Gravy, optional. Pickled cucumbers, optional. Sauerkraut, optional. Preparation. Make the meatball mixture. In a large bowl, combine the ground meat, finely chopped or grated onion, egg, milk, flour, salt, pepper, and optional nutmeg. Mix everything together thoroughly until the mixture is smooth and sticky. You can use your hands or a spoon to mix. If the mixture feels too wet, add a little more flour or breadcrumbs until it's firm enough to shape into meatballs. Shape the frikadeller. With wet hands, form the mixture into small, round or oval-shaped meatballs. You can make them small or medium-sized, depending on your preference. Fry the frikadeller. Heat a large frying pan over medium heat and add a generous amount of butter or oil. Once the butter is melted and bubbling, place the meatballs in the pan. Don't overcrowd the pan, you may need to fry them in batches. Fry the meatballs for 5 to 7 minutes on each side, turning them to ensure they are evenly browned and cooked through. The internal temperature should reach 70 degrees Celsius 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Serve. Serve the frikadeller with boiled or mashed potatoes, and optionally top with gravy or serve alongside pickled cucumbers or sauerkraut for added flavor. Vafler, Danish waffles, often served with whipped cream and jam or berries. Vafler are traditional Danish waffles, often enjoyed as a snack or dessert. They are soft, fluffy waffles that are perfect when served with whipped cream, jam, or fresh berries. Here's a simple recipe to make them. Ingredients: 250 g all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon vanilla extract, optional, for flavor, 2 large eggs, 100 g sugar, 200 milliliters milk, 100 g butter, melted, powdered sugar, for dusting, optional, whipped cream, jam, or fresh berries, for serving. Preparation. Prepare the waffle batter. In a large bowl, whisk together the flour, baking powder, and salt. In another bowl, beat the eggs and sugar together until the mixture is light and fluffy. Add the milk, melted butter, and vanilla extract, if using, to the egg mixture. Stir to combine. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, mixing until you have a smooth batter. Preheat the waffle iron. Heat up your waffle iron according to the manufacturer's instructions. Lightly grease the plates with butter or oil to prevent sticking. Cook the waffles. Once the waffle iron is hot, pour a ladleful of batter onto the center of the iron, spreading it slightly to cover the surface. Close the waffle iron and cook for about 3 to 5 minutes, or until the waffles are golden brown and crisp. The exact cooking time will depend on your waffle iron. Serve. Carefully remove the waffles from the iron and place them on a serving plate. Dust the waffles with powdered sugar for a touch of sweetness, and serve with whipped cream, jam, or fresh berries on top. Æbleskiver, round Danish pancakes, usually served with powdered sugar and jam. Æbleskiver are traditional Danish round pancakes, typically enjoyed during the Christmas season, but they're delicious any time of the year. These fluffy, doughy treats are often served with powdered sugar and jam or syrup. Here's how to make them at home. Ingredients: 250 g all-purpose flour, 1½ teaspoons baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 2 tablespoons sugar, 2 large eggs, separated into yolks and whites, 300 milliliters milk, 50 g butter, melted, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, optional, powdered sugar, for dusting, jam, such as raspberry or strawberry, or syrup, for serving, butter, for greasing the pan. Equipment: Æbleskiver pan, a special round pancake pan with wells to shape the pancakes into balls. If you don't have one, you can use a mini muffin tin, but the traditional shape may not be achieved. Preparation. Make the batter. In a large bowl, whisk together the flour, baking powder, salt, and sugar. In another bowl, whisk the egg yolks with the milk, melted butter, and vanilla extract, if using. Gradually add the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients and mix until smooth. Whip the egg whites. In a separate clean bowl, whisk the egg whites until stiff peaks form. Gently fold the whipped egg whites into the batter. This will make the æbleskiver fluffy and light. Preheat the æbleskiver pan. Heat the æbleskiver pan over medium heat. Lightly grease each well with butter, making sure the batter doesn't stick. Cook the æbleskiver. Once the pan is hot, fill each well with a small spoonful of batter, about halfway full. Cook for about 1 to 2 minutes until the bottoms are golden brown. Using a skewer or a fork, carefully turn the æbleskiver 90 degrees to allow the uncooked batter to spill into the well, forming a ball shape. After another minute, flip them completely to cook evenly on all sides, turning them until golden brown and crispy on the outside. Serve. Remove the æbleskiver from the pan and transfer them to a plate. Dust with powdered sugar and serve warm with jam or syrup. Gevinstkød, meat stew served in a bread bowl. Danish meat stew, inspired by Gevinstkød. Ingredients: 500 g beef stew meat, chuck or round, cut into cubes. 2 tablespoons vegetable oil. 1 onion, finely chopped. 2 cloves garlic, minced. 3 large carrots, sliced. 3 medium potatoes, diced. 1 liter beef broth. 2 bay leaves. 1 teaspoon dried thyme. 1 teaspoon paprika. Salt and pepper, to taste. 2 tablespoons flour, optional, to thicken the stew. 1 tablespoon butter, optional, for extra richness. Fresh parsley, chopped, for garnish. Preparation. Brown the meat. In a large pot, heat the vegetable oil over medium-high heat. Add the beef cubes in batches, do not overcrowd the pot, and brown the meat on all sides. Remove the browned meat and set it aside. Sauté the vegetables. In the same pot, add the chopped onion and garlic. Sauté for 3 to 4 minutes until softened and aromatic. Cook the stew. Return the browned meat to the pot, and add the carrots, potatoes, and beef broth. Stir in the bay leaves, thyme, paprika, salt, and pepper. Bring the stew to a boil, then lower the heat and let it simmer for about 1.5 to 2 hours, or until the meat is tender and the vegetables are cooked through. Thicken the stew, optional. If you prefer a thicker stew, mix the flour with a little cold water to create a smooth slurry. Stir this into the stew and cook for an additional 5 to 10 minutes to thicken the broth. Add the butter for extra richness, if desired. Serve. Remove the bay leaves and taste the stew, adjusting seasoning if necessary. Garnish with chopped fresh parsley. Serve the stew hot with some crusty bread or boiled potatoes on the side. Loxi pita, smoked salmon in pita bread with various fresh fillings. Loxi pita is a simple and delicious dish that features smoked salmon, lox, served in a pita bread. It's a light, flavorful, and quick meal that's popular in Denmark, especially as a street food or a casual lunch option. You can easily customize the fillings with your favorite toppings and sauces. Ingredients. Pita bread, 1 per serving. 100-150 g smoked salmon, lox, thinly sliced. 1 small cucumber, thinly sliced. Fresh dill, chopped, optional, for garnish. Lettuce, optional, for extra crunch. Red onion, thinly sliced, optional, for flavor. Cream cheese or mayonnaise, optional, as a spread. Lemon wedges, for serving, optional. Capers, optional, for extra flavor. Optional toppings/sauces. Horseradish sauce, for a spicy kick. Remoulade sauce, for a tangy touch, common in Danish cuisine. Avocado slices, for creaminess. Preparation. Prepare the pita bread. Heat the pita bread lightly on a grill or in a dry pan for about 1 minute on each side until warm. This step is optional, but it helps make the bread a bit more pliable and flavorful. Cut a slit along the edge of the pita to create a pocket for the fillings. Assemble the filling. Spread a thin layer of cream cheese or mayonnaise inside the pita, optional, for creaminess. Layer the smoked salmon slices inside the pita bread, generously filling the pocket. Add vegetables. Add thin slices of cucumber for freshness and crunch. If you like, add a few slices of red onion for extra flavor. Add a few leaves of fresh lettuce, if desired. Add garnishes. Garnish with fresh dill for a classic flavor, and sprinkle some capers on top for a salty, tangy addition, optional. Squeeze a lemon wedge over the top for a fresh burst of citrus. Serve. Serve immediately as a light, delicious meal or snack. You can pair it with some potato salad or fresh fruit for a more substantial meal. Frisk fisk, fresh fish sandwiches with various toppings. Frisk fisk, which translates to fresh fish, is a simple and delicious way to enjoy fresh fish in Denmark. The term generally refers to any fish that is freshly caught and can be prepared in various ways. In Danish cuisine, fish is often served grilled, pan-fried, or even as part of a sandwich or dish like smørrebrød, open-faced sandwiches. One of the most common fish used in Denmark is herring, but other types like cod, salmon, and plaice are also popular. Here's a general recipe for preparing Frisk fisk in a light and tasty way. Ingredients: fresh fish fillets, such as cod, plaice, salmon, or herring. Salt and pepper, to taste. Lemon wedges, for garnish. Olive oil or butter, for cooking. Fresh herbs, such as parsley or dill, optional. Garlic, minced, optional. Capers, optional, for garnish. Potatoes, boiled or roasted, optional, for serving. Vegetables, such as spinach, peas, or carrots, for serving. Preparation. Prepare the fish. If using whole fish, make sure they are cleaned and gutted, or you can use fillets for convenience. Rinse the fish and pat it dry with paper towels. Season the fish fillets generously with salt and pepper on both sides. You can also add minced garlic if you like a garlicky flavor. Cook the fish. Pan frying. Heat a skillet over medium-high heat and add a tablespoon of olive oil or butter. Once hot, add the fish fillets to the pan and cook for about 3 to 5 minutes on each side, depending on the thickness of the fish, until golden brown and cooked through. Grilling. Preheat the grill to medium heat. Brush the fish with a little olive oil and season with salt and pepper. Grill for about 4 to 6 minutes per side, or until the fish is opaque and easily flakes with a fork. Serving. Place the cooked fish on a serving plate. Squeeze fresh lemon juice over the fish to add a zesty flavor. Garnish with fresh herbs such as parsley or dill for a pop of freshness. Capers can also be added for an extra salty bite. Falafel, a vegetarian option. These fried chickpea balls are often served in pita bread with vegetables. Falafel is a popular Middle Eastern dish made from ground chickpeas, or fava beans, and a mixture of herbs and spices, formed into balls or patties and then deep-fried until crispy. It's a vegetarian and flavorful option that's commonly served in pita bread or flatbread with vegetables, tahini, and various sauces. It's also a popular street food, and it's gaining popularity in Denmark due to its delicious and satisfying nature. Here's a simple recipe to make falafel at home. Ingredients: 400 g canned chickpeas, or 250 g dried chickpeas, soaked overnight and drained. 1 medium onion, roughly chopped. 2 to 3 cloves garlic, minced. 1/4 cup fresh parsley, chopped. 1/4 cup fresh cilantro, coriander, chopped, optional. 1 teaspoon ground cumin. 1 teaspoon ground coriander. 1/2 teaspoon ground turmeric, optional, for color. 1/2 teaspoon ground cinnamon, optional, for warmth. 1 teaspoon baking powder. 2 to 4 tablespoons flour, or chickpea flour, for a gluten-free option. Salt and pepper, to taste. 1 teaspoon lemon juice. Olive oil, for frying. Optional garnishes and serving. Tahini sauce or yogurt sauce. Pita bread or flatbreads. Tomatoes, chopped. Cucumber, sliced. Pickles. Fresh herbs, parsley or cilantro. Lettuce or cabbage for crunch. Preparation. Prepare the chickpeas. If using canned chickpeas, drain and rinse them well. If using dried chickpeas, soak them overnight in water, then drain them thoroughly. Place the chickpeas in a food processor and pulse them until coarsely ground. You want the mixture to hold together but not be pureed. Mix the falafel ingredients. Add the chopped onion, garlic, parsley, cilantro, if using, cumin, coriander, turmeric, cinnamon, baking powder, and lemon juice to the chickpeas in the food processor. Pulse again until everything is combined, but not too smooth. The mixture should be chunky but sticky. Taste the mixture and adjust the seasoning with salt and pepper. Chill the mixture. Transfer the mixture to a bowl and cover it with plastic wrap. Let it chill in the fridge for at least 30 minutes to help the mixture firm up and make it easier to shape. Form the falafel. Once chilled, wet your hands to prevent sticking and shape the mixture into small balls or patties, about the size of a walnut, roughly 1 to 2 inches in diameter. If the mixture is too wet, add a little more flour until it holds together. Fry the falafel. Heat about 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil in a frying pan over medium-high heat. Fry the falafel in batches, being careful not to overcrowd the pan. Fry for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side, or until golden brown and crispy. Make sure the falafel are cooked through. Drain and serve. Once cooked, transfer the falafel to a paper towel-lined plate to drain excess oil. Serve hot with pita bread, tahini or yogurt sauce, and your choice of vegetables such as chopped tomatoes, cucumbers, pickles, and fresh herbs.